welcome to another episode of the Verde Valley Experience. I'm your host, Jennifer Cohen. Thank you so much for joining us. Can you feel it? Spring is right around the corner, and with spring comes festivals, all kinds of exciting things to do, fundraisers, everything really gets popping around here in the spring, let alone what's happening outside as the weather gets better, the wildflowers come out, the birds are going crazy. It's just awesome. So we've got a lot of stuff to talk about today, a lot of guests on the show. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Our first guests today are Rachel Murdoch and Allie Baxter. They're from Sedona Parks and Rec. Now, all kinds of cool things are coming up in Sedona here soon. The St. Patrick's Day Parade, that's happening on March 9th. Way too much fun. 49th. I mean, can you believe it? Really awesome. You've got to go to that. It's way too much hometown fun. And the Sedona Food Truck Festival is also happening. That's on March 23rd. Both of these things, free admission. Hey, that's a really awesome thing. You don't want to miss those. Those are great. Then we'll have with us the founding members of the Clarkdale Downtown Business Alliance, Carrie Snyder and David Baird. We're going to talk about the 9th annual Clarkdale Car Show and Chili Cook-Off. That's happening on March 9th. Admission for that is free as well. Great stuff for you to get out and do with your family. It doesn't cost you much. It's a really, really awesome thing. Then we'll talk with Steps to Recovery Homes founder Damien and Ann Browning. They're going to be here and talk about the last 6 years. Almost 6 years running. They have positively impacted the lives of over 245 individuals. Really amazing. They do one fundraiser a year. It's a dinner. It's happening on April 3rd in Sedona. You don't want to miss that. You want to get involved in this amazing organization. Then from Yavapai College, we'll have a great guy with us. His name is Chris Tenney. He's from the Yavapai College Jazz Bands. That's right. They've got two. They're awesome. They're going to be playing in town. He's going to talk all about their jazz program. Then we're going to go on location, courtesy of our sponsors at Cat and Verde Links, and we're going to hang with the Arizona Flywheelers. We're going to talk about the 35th annual Antique Tractor and Engine Show that's happening at the Verde Valley Fairgrounds on March 15th and 16th. That's a really cool thing. And then we're going to button up our show today with Ron McLain. He's amazing. He's a professional musician and composer of songs of life. He's really well known around the Verde Valley for his love songs, but you know what? He can also play the harmonica like the best blues guys around. So that's going to be fun. That's how we'll finish out our show. We're going to go ahead and get started because we have way too many things to talk about. I'm already talking too fast for myself. Rachel, Allie, thank you both very much for being here. Very,
Absolutely.
very cool. Lots of things popping for Sedona Parks and Rec these days.
Yes, we're really busy in the spring.
Yeah, I know. The St. Patrick's Day parade is awesome. So you've done this. This will be your 49th year, correct?
It is. Not mine personally.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, you're not old enough for that.
No, but it is our 49th, and it's my third year running it, so a little more relaxed this go-round.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. I will say it's one of my favorite parades. I like the hometown spirit that gets involved, and everybody has way too much fun with the theme.
Yeah, thank you. Yes, and the theme is easy, so it is fun to see everyone dressed in green and wigs and clothes, and the dogs are dressed up, the horses are dressed up. Yeah.
Everybody. I know. And Allie, how is it going organizing everything? How is this all falling together for you guys? You about there?
We're there.
Nice.
We're ready. It's coming. Rachel's working on the lineup. That's the daunting task at hand right now.
Yeah.
And once that's ready, I think we're ready to carry it out.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's going to, and we have to. With a week
yes.
away.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to happen. So and I
It's
think
crunch time.
the weather will be good.
Oh yes, the weather's
And
gonna
we
be
have more
beautiful.
entries this year.
Really?
So yes, we're just trying to keep the dogs from the horses, from the motorcycles, from the music, from the fire trucks. 3 fire trucks.
Right on.
Isn't that random? All from different
awesome.
groups. So
Oh,
I thought
how
that was
fun.
really neat. Yeah.
That is. Wow, that's kind of a logistical nightmare, isn't it?
It is. And then get all those dignitaries in the beginning and spread out walkers from floats. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
Wow.
And we're really thankful we've got the NAU students that help us put this
Nice.
event on. Yeah.
Nice.
So,
Do you sit out at a big table with a mock-up and you've got like dogs and fire engines and you kind of move them around?
no, I was just doing it in the office today, just complaining out loud. They let me vent.
Oh, nice.
So,
you need to do that.
And then I just got to look over it and over it and over it, and it'll get done.
Well, that's great. So from a spectator's perspective, the parade starts at 10:30.
Correct.
Great, and it starts up in the Jordan Historical Park area, at the top of Jordan Road.
Right. That's where all of the staging takes place. But so anywhere south of that, they can sit along Jordan Road and get a good view of the parade.
Oh yeah, I've
Yeah.
been, 8 years in a row. Always had a great view. Always loved it. You know, and depending on where you're sitting, there's the announcers as well. There's the judges. That's exciting. Talk about a little bit about what's being judged, Allie.
They have the different categories. I'm going to let Rachel touch on it. This one's her baby.
Ah, well, there we go.
I've got the other events.
So we've got most enthusiastic, best overall, best equestrian, best float, best, what else? There's a slew of them.
Wow.
But people can decide which categories if there's something special that they'd like to be judged on. Otherwise, there's the St. Patrick's Award, best overall, and most enthusiastic that they will all be ranked on.
Oh, nice.
And then we announce it on Facebook the next day and then take their awards to them.
Yeah, that was great. I think the winner of the most enthusiastic last year was the salsa group. They were
people loved them.
fantastic.
I know, and they're not back this year.
Oh,
I know.
Rats of rats. Oh my God.
It is, but they were a lot of fun. So we'll see who takes their place this year.
Yeah, that was a tough act to follow for sure. So the parade is happening March 9th. That's a Saturday. That's coming up very soon. So if you want to check that out, if you're around during that time, definitely go see that. Then if you happen to miss that, don't cry, because the food truck. The food truck festival is coming.
Yeah.
And Allie, is that your baby?
That is.
All right.
That is. That
One of.
was
Yes, right.
one of many that's
Spring
going
baby.
on for the spring. Yeah.
Right. And this is, how many years have you done this now?
This is our 3rd annual food truck festival.
Excellent. How's it going?
It's going great. It's going to be our best year yet, for sure. I've done my homework. I've done my research. I've spent 3 years figuring out what works, what doesn't work. It's a really fine balance between people coming, the number of trucks, keeping your vendors happy, keeping your attendees happy, and I think we've hit that sweet spot.
Nice.
It's going to be the best year.
Yeah,
All
third
right.
time's the
It's
charm.
going to be huge.
Oh my gosh. How many trucks are we talking about this
We're
year?
talking 22 trucks.
Whoa, that's a lot of trucks.
13 of these trucks are new
Wow.
from last year. And there is variety.
Wow.
You're not going to really see duplicates of anything. I've hand-picked, hand-selected, hand-invited just about every truck that we have coming.
Wow. That is amazing. And what kind of food are we talking about?
We've got anything from Korean, Mediterranean, Cajun, Greek, Hawaiian, fry bread, ice cream, Italian. We've got lobster.
Wow.
We're really impressed with that one.
Just about anything you could envision is going to be there.
That is awesome. That happens on March 23rd, and that's happening there in Soldiers Pass area.
It'll be on Posse Grounds Road at Posse Grounds Park, March 23rd. Gates open at 11 a.m.
Okay.
We're open 11 to 5. We have the Naughty Bits playing. They start playing at 11:30. And we have beer and wine will also be for sale by Red Rocks Rotary.
Right, that's great. I love the Naughty Bits. They're one of my
Yeah.
favorite
They are
local
local.
bands. They're awesome. So anytime they're playing, I'm there. That's an automatic. You automatically have Jen Cohen if the Naughty Bits are playing.
Well, enjoy the food while you're there.
And of course,
Yeah.
what a great atmosphere that's going to be.
It will be. It will be. It's a really fun atmosphere for families. It's a fun atmosphere for anybody. We're targeting the adults, but it's great for the families as well.
Certainly.
You've got a playground right next door.
That's right. Yeah, Posse Grounds Park is amazing. Plus, attending it is free. The concert is free. Of course, if you want food, you want to purchase that. You're doing a cool thing with the food trucks. There's a $5 item
Yes.
at all the food trucks, so it's very affordable.
Yeah, each truck is required to provide a $5 item to our event goers, and each truck will be easily labeled. You'll see them. Uniform. Every truck has a black chalkboard with orange lettering that says what their $5 menu item is.
Nice. Ah, was that your idea?
It was.
Excellent. That's great. I like uniformity. So, wow, that's amazing. Well, good luck with that.
Thank
That's
you.
going to be amazing. And of course, the parade's going to be amazing. And then, of course, there's more things coming up after this because spring, you just get really cranking there at Parks and Rec. So what's coming up after the food trucks?
Well, if we can go back to just the morning of the food truck, we've got our Sedona Stumble, which
Oh,
is
right.
a 5K and 10K trail run. So that is very unique. And that is at 9:30 in the morning at the same location. So people can sign up ahead of time to run if they want to, and then go to the food truck festival. So that's fun. And that's the 3rd year as well. And then in April, we've got our celebration of spring.
Oh, yeah, that's a big one. That one, wow, we don't have enough time to talk about that one, but that
I
one's
know.
going to be absolutely amazing. That, again, happens at the park. There's water involved in that one, right?
The
Splash.
celebration of spring.
Celebration
No,
of spring?
Celebration of Spring is our giant Easter egg hunt and
the
carnival.
Easter egg hunt.
And carnival.
21,000 Easter eggs are waiting. They're here. They're ready.
That's awesome. They're already here.
Yes, they've arrived.
Your office must look amazing right now.
Bunny brought them early.
Oh my gosh. Well, that's fantastic. All right. Check out SedonaAZ.gov. If they want more information, they can go there. Go under events. Everything is listed. Of course, if you look online, there's lots of great pictures of these events. If you want to check out the parade, that's happening March 9th. At 10:30 a.m. it starts up in Jordan and it comes all the way down to Mesquite there, so you want to check that out. That's where you want to be. The Sedona Food Truck Festival and the Sedona Stumble are both happening on Saturday, March 23rd. You can register at Posse Grounds Park for the Stumble and then go to the food truck.
Yes, you can register the morning of if you don't do it ahead of time.
There you go. If you want to do it ahead of time, website.
Go to the website.
There you go, SedonaAZ.gov. Check it out. Thank you guys for being here, Rachel. I appreciate
thank you.
that. I do very much. And we'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
Fabulous views and unmatched quality with efficiency in mind. Just announced, C&B Construction is the only contractor ever to win the EPA's coveted Indoor Air Plus Leaders Award 4 years in a row. These Energy Star certified homes provide unparalleled energy efficiency, comfort, durability, and indoor air quality. C&B Construction is currently building at Gray Fox Ridge and Crossroads at Mingus. C&B Construction, locally respected and nationally recognized.
Starting in the late 1920s, Grandpa Gettle and his brothers laid the groundwork for what would become a family legacy. Almost 100 years and 100 patents later, Gettle's High Desert Mechanical continues to raise the bar of quality heating, cooling, and plumbing products and services in the Verde Valley.
Call Gettle's High Desert Mechanical Heating, Air Conditioning, and Plumbing at 567-2200 or online at Gettle'sHDM.com, providing solutions for your comfort. Don't settle, get Gettle's.
Mandalay Homes introduces the new Ion Series, a revolutionary new approach to home building innovation and energy management. Built on a foundation of industry-leading energy efficiency and sustainable building practices, the Ion Series home redefines how we use and manage renewable energy. Contact a Mandalay Home sales executive today to learn more, or visit one of our Ion Series communities throughout northern Arizona.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We're now here with the founding members of the Clarkdale Downtown Business Alliance. And they giggle. We have David Baird and we have Carrie Snyder. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
You got a cool event coming up here. You got to love it. The 9th annual Clarkdale Car Show and Chili Cook-Off. Yes, they go together and they go together great.
They do.
Chilies and cars.
They do, yes. And then 2 years ago, we moved it out onto Main Street in Clarkdale. And the event has just exploded. People love it. Of course, downtown, small town, community, Central Park, gazebo, the whole thing. It's just worked out really well for us, and people are loving it. And our number of cars continue to increase, and this year we anticipate having 150 cars on Main Street.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's going to be quite a photo opportunity.
Let's hope.
How gorgeous is that going to be? And with the park newly redone.
Yes.
And reopened from last year, was amazing. So it's a really great place to have any sort of function.
It's beautiful. It really is. Yeah.
Super.
Yeah.
Wow. So how does it work for you guys? The car entries, are you still taking entries or are you done?
No, we're still taking entries. Last I heard a couple days ago, we were up to 90, so it's filling up fast.
Okay.
We will take entries day of event as long as we haven't hit that 150 mark. That's our maximum capacity. So if there's still some slots available, people can show up. But it's filling up fast.
Oh, okay. Very good. It's from 9 to 2. Admission is free, too, if you wanted to go and take a walk and look around at all the cars and beautiful things like that. 9 to 2 free. Come on down. Now tell us about the chili. What's going on with that?
Chili's going to be fantastic. And that was an addition that we added to the car show a few years ago. But we've got, 6, 8 now vendors that'll be there. 6 vendors.
6, yeah.
Yep. And that's all the way from Main Street Cafe in Clarkdale there, one of our staples. Scott is also one of our founding members. We've got Charlotte's Market. We've got the Red Rooster Cafe out of Cottonwood, Randall's Restaurant, Verde Canyon Railroad out of Clarkdale, and the Mine Cafe out of Jerome.
Nice.
So,
Good selection.
Yeah.
Good selection. Okay, and how does the chili tasting go? How does that work? What's the fee for that?
$5.
Yeah, $5
$5
gets you a taste of everybody's, and then you got the opportunity to purchase a bowl afterwards. And then we've also got the Lions Club that'll be there as well, doing hot dogs. You could turn that into a chili dog if you'd like.
Nice, that's a good idea.
We've got some great beverage sponsors as well. Hensley Hensley Distributing will be there. They've been our partners for lots of our Clarkdale events, so they'll be there with some great Arizona beers.
That's great. So you got it all covered.
I think so.
And I like that $5 you can taste everybody's versus you got to choose 3.
Right.
You know, that's kind of annoying at some festivals where you can only pick 3, but you get to taste everybody's and then go back and say, I want to buy a bowl of that. Well, that's really super.
Yeah.
I just love all the events you guys do in downtown Clarkdale.
Thank you.
You have so much going on. This was the first one of spring, though. This is the one that
This
really
is
gets
our
everything
kickoff.
going.
This is our kickoff. And then we will roll in over the summer. We will roll into our 3 downtown block parties. In May, June, July, the last Friday of those 3 months. Then we have just a beer festival on Main Street from 6 to 9 p.m., live music. Just an opportunity to go mingle with friends and hang out and drink a little beer.
Yeah. And then, of course, the beautiful Arizona evenings and the quaintness of downtown Clarkdale. I love all the businesses there. I mean, you're all business owners down there, hence the Business Alliance. And I've been here 8 years, and wow, great job, guys. It's looking so good down there.
Thank you.
You know, it was always cute, but it was one of those diamonds in the rough kind of thing.
And it still is a little bit. That's why we do these events. We want to bring people to Clarkdale, expose people to Clarkdale, make them aware of what a great community we are.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Now, the list of events that you guys do you have on a website?
Well, we've got a website kind of for each event. So Clarktoberfest has its own website. The car show has its own website. The block parties are really meant to be kind of a thank you to our locals that tolerate us during these events all the time. You know, so
Sure.
With that, I mean, it doesn't. That's mainly word of mouth. There's not a website for the 3 block parties, but it's the last Friday of May, June, and July. We've also got the Verde Valley Wine Festival that happens there in the park as well.
That's a big deal.
That attracts a lot of people from all over the Southwest, and that's got its own website, verdevalleyWinefestival.com.
Great.
ClarkdaleCarshow.com.
Right. Well, that's certainly easy to remember, which is great.
And there are a couple of different Facebook pages that you can look for. If you just Google Clarkdale or Clarkdale events, downtown Clarkdale, there's different Facebook pages. We've got a number of them created so that people can find us and find out what we're doing.
Great, because there always seems to be something. And even if there isn't, strolling around in downtown Clarkdale, there's all kinds of great things to stumble on into and hang out and see. And there's music playing all the time. There's wonderful places to eat and drink. It's a wonderful little town. I really do enjoy it. Tell us a little bit about the Downtown Business Alliance. When did that get formed, Carrie?
Oh, now you put me on the spot with something I didn't bring notes for. The Downtown Business Alliance is now in its 5th year. And it was just members of businesses downtown Clarkdale that wanted to get together and bring people to Clarkdale. We don't have a Chamber of Commerce up there. That folded a number of years ago, so there wasn't a real core activity. We didn't want to, we started out not wanting to be real official or formal, so that we could, we didn't want to have to worry so much about who's the president and who's the vice president and recording those minutes, and let's just get together and figure out how to, and we like to stay in Clarkdale, we like to throw a party, and that's, so let's just get together, figure out a couple of parties, let's bring some people to Clarkdale, and see if we can't get more people to appreciate what we've got here.
Nice.
And that's really essentially the mission of the Downtown Business Alliance. We're not a chamber, don't really want to be viewed that way. But we're like-minded people that get together, and when we meet, we get things done, and it's been fantastic. I think there's some really strong momentum behind it.
Nice, and it seems to be very much working for you.
It is. At any given, we meet the first Tuesday of every month, and there's typically 12 to 15 different people there, different businesses, and people will come and go, especially if they have a certain specific event that they want us to help get behind or that type of thing. And then we say, okay, here's our next event, and everybody signs up for something, and whatever you sign up for, you're expected to do it, and you do. You don't let people down. And we just make sure that every aspect is covered, and then it all comes together, and we put on events. And it's not a huge amount of stress because you've only selected one little piece of it you're responsible for, and you just do your part and trust that other people will do their part.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can do that in a beautiful, quaint, small town like
works.
Clarkdale.
It just works for us. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's amazing. Well, again, if you want to go to the 9th annual Clarkdale Car Show and Chili Cook-Off, that's happening on Main Street in downtown, guess where? Clarkdale. On Saturday, March 9th from 9 to 2. Admission is free. Beautiful cars there. They're competing for prizes, so they're really going to shine them up. Of course, there's chili, there's beverages, there's the Cycle Cart Club.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also showing up.
That's one of the coolest things out there.
That started last year. The Arizona Cycle Cart Club is a group of people that rebuild miniature vintage Grand Prix cars inspired by the 1920s and 30s.
Cute.
And they will be in the town hall parking lot. The track will be established, and they will be racing in the town hall parking lot. And last year was the first year they joined us, and it's a hoot. I mean, they've got some really cool cars.
Oh my gosh.
There's a schedule of events on our website, clarkdalecarshow.com, so they can see. We will parade them down Main Street at 9 o'clock at the very beginning of our car show. They will then head to the town hall parking lot where they will start practice laps, heat laps, and then have a Grand Prix race at 1 o'clock, I believe, is the final Grand Prix. Yes, so it'll be a whole day of it.
Oh my gosh. Well, it's always fun in Clarkdale. Everything. I love that. You said that you need to put that on a t-shirt. Let's just have a party. Let's throw a party.
know,
How did you
right?
word that? It was beautiful. It's Clarkdale. Let's
Right.
throw a party.
That's it.
I mean, that's how Clarkdale is. Yeah. Thank you both very much for being here. David, nice
Thank you
to
for
see
having
you.
us.
Carrie, nice to see you. Keep up the great
Good to
work.
see you. Thank
All
you
right,
very
we'll
much.
be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power. You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show you how solar power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, the energy solution comes up every morning.
Mandalay Homes introduces the new Ion series, a revolutionary new approach to home building innovation and energy management. Built on a foundation of industry-leading energy efficiency and sustainable building practices, the Ion series home redefines how we use and manage renewable energy. Contact a Mandalay Home sales executive today to learn more, or visit one of our Ion series communities throughout northern Arizona.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We're now here with Ann and Damian Browning. They're the founders of Steps to Recovery Homes, one of the most amazing organizations in the Verde Valley. Thank you guys for being here.
Well, thank you for that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So how many years are we looking at now, Damian?
5.5.
5.5
years. Yeah. Well, August will be 6.
Very good.
So I think we're.
So let's just call it 6. We're close enough.
No.
No, says Ann. Don't make anything older than it is. That's kind of how we women work. But what I've seen you do in the community in those 5 and 3/4 years is incredible. It's really great. So tell us a little background in case there happens to be someone sitting out there that doesn't know about Steps to Recovery Homes. Damien, you want to give us a short rundown? What do you guys do? Short.
Okay. You know, Ann and I started to help people with addiction issues. We started with 3 credit cards and we turned it into a nonprofit. We wanted to be able to help people find long-term recovery, which means multiple years, and actually give them the tools to become productive members of their families and society, and for an affordable rate. So right now, you know, we're at a place where we got a very holistic program. We bring people in. 98% of our people come with no money, and right now last year we started a job development program. We've been getting some grant funding for that, so they can come in with no money for the first 2 to 8 weeks. They can actually work for us, and while they're doing that, we put them through a curriculum where they can build resumes and do mock interviews so they can get a better job. We actually have a resale store, Miracles Happen resale store, that helps support it. We do, we're part of it. We can get tax credits. We do fundraisers, a Dinner for Hope. We do an Erase the Stigma Day, which is an education awareness day. And we do a clean and sober concert. So we do a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah, but it's really to help the people. They come in pretty broken. Right now we have about a 45% success rate. There's over 140 people in the community. They're doing really well.
Wow.
They have multiple years and have really put their lives together and their families.
That's incredible. 140 people, and that's a lot of lives you guys have touched.
It is, and we're going to be doing a lot more here soon.
Yeah, excellent.
Yeah, we're just we're finally buying our own facility. The USDA is actually loaning us money to buy a men's facility, and we're looking at buying a women's facility.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's pretty exciting.
That's big news.
Yep.
It is.
We have a warehouse for the job development, and we're building a workforce. We're building reliable workers for the community.
Yeah.
It's really, I think it's working even better now because now they're not so stressed about the money and stuff. So.
Sure.
We have a very holistic program. We have life coaching every day. We take them to equine therapy. We take them kayaking, segwaying, out of Africa, camping. We give them all the cleaning supplies. We have very clean places. Job opportunities, job skills. We furnish their apartments when they move out. We give them gym memberships, bus passes.
Wow.
It's really cool.
That's amazing. How do you manage to do all that?
The community.
The community, yes.
We got a lot of sponsors. We have about, I think, I just counted the other day, I think it's 46 sponsors.
Wow.
We lost about 10 sponsors last year, but we gained about 4. So it's kind of up and down, but that's how we do all that, These businesses sponsor us, and they, like South by Southwest takes us down the river once a month. Out of Africa sponsor, we go out there once a month. There's all kinds of businesses that get involved with monetary ways too, like Lawler Construction, or we even have some people in New Mexico that are helping.
Wow.
Gandy Corporation gives us the $2,500 a year. This year I just talked to them this morning. I told them we're going to use it for furniture in our new place.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, that's great that you've got so many people behind you now.
Yeah, and it's growing.
Now, how many people do you have on staff? Do you consider, what would you call staff, your counselors and your, the folks that help with the job placement program? Do you have staff now?
We don't have counselors yet. We do have life coaches, and those are people from the community that come in and help us coaching on budgets and just self-awareness. And there's all kinds of people that come in through the community. We have one gal that comes in and teaches yoga or meditations or, so there's a lot of different people that come in from the communities. We are working towards having a more functional staff when it comes to IOP. We're working towards that.
Intensive outpatient. Yeah. We are looking into that. So we can actually provide our own therapy and be state licensed.
But right now, staff-wise, I would say we have 6, 7,
6 or 7,
8.
Right.
Yeah. We're getting there. We're building slowly. You got to figure it came from him and I 5 years ago.
We have a wonderful board of directors.
Yes.
There's just a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Northern Arizona Healthcare Foundation gave us a big grant for our job development. United Way, Wells Fargo has given us a grant. We got the nonprofit of the year through the Arizona Community Foundation of Sedona last year.
Congratulations.
That was really
That's
cool.
Huge.
It is.
It is.
Yeah.
And we're going for some big federal grants right now. So it's really cool.
Yeah. I'm really impressed. It's amazing what just these two beautiful people have done. I mean, it is amazing. You said, this needs to happen, and you've done it, and you're doing it.
It's not easy.
No, but every year you grow by leaps and bounds. You're not talking about, we're going to try this or try. You're just doing it.
And we're not just putting a Band-Aid on people. We're building people. We're retransforming lives. I mean, it's the #1 crisis in America is addiction, and it's getting worse. We're in a state of emergency. I mean, there's up to close to 200 people a day dying of an opioid overdose. That's not even counting meth overdoses. That's not counting the people that neglect their kid, get arrested, lose their jobs. I mean, there's so much dysfunction going on. So there's a lot of variables that go into it. It's not just about giving somebody a bed. It's about building them up and giving them the tools and the guidance. And that's what works so good about Ann and I, is because we've been there and we're very example driven. Everything we have them do, we do. We are members of ASRA and NAR. NAR is National Association of National Alliance of Recovery Residences. So they do inspections on our homes, and they were actually passing a state sober living bill.
Wow.
So we're going to fall under that. So we'll be, make sure that it's ethical and legit, and people are doing things right. Because we're still learning too, but we have our managers are certified, you know. They go to mental health first aid, they get certification. You know, we're doing a lot of stuff to try to make it so we really can help the people instead of hurt them, or assist the people to become productive.
That's awesome. Now you've got a big event coming up, April 3rd from 5 to 9 at the Sedona Hilton in VOC is the
13th.
The 13th? I missed the one in there somewhere. Excuse me, April 13th. Okay. Oh, that's your amazing dinner, the Dinner for Hope that you're having.
Did you go last year?
Yes.
What do you think?
It was amazing.
How amazing was it? Was it?
There were hundreds of people there.
Yeah, and it was real fun, right?
And it was awesome. And of course, the food was delicious, and that was great. And it was a nice, happy feeling atmosphere. It wasn't like all heavy. It was like, oh, I was there and I went through this, and there was so much help and so much love abounding in that room for you and for your participants in your program. It was beautiful. There were times when there wasn't a dry eye in the house.
Yeah, and it was really good prizes, and there's door prizes, and there was the balloon guy. We're bringing him back.
We love the balloon guy.
Yeah, Chandra, we actually have Chandra Jefferson is going to be the MC. We have Caddy Wampus is going to play the ukulele people, and it's going to be fun, you know. So, and right now we really need some people to buy some tickets. So,
okay. So how do they buy tickets?
Are you going to go?
Oh, okay. I have to look at my calendar. April 13th. April 3rd.
You got to mark your calendars now. Everybody's busy, right? I keep saying that. Yeah.
If we want tickets, do we go to stepstorecoveryhomes.com?
Stepstorecoveryhomes.org, or you can go into Miracles Happen Resale Store. That's another thing with the job development. We're really trying to build relationships with other businesses because we have a clean and sober, reliable workforce. And they can donate to us and kind of help because we're doing a lot of online sales to keep that going.
Oh, good. Yeah. That's
so you can come into the resale store. It's beautiful. If you haven't been there, come in. We'll give you some discounts.
Okay.
Or you can call, 928-649-0077.
There we go. Sounds good. Go to stepstorecoveryhomes.org. There you're going to find information on buying the tickets, information on Miracles Happen, information on how, if you want to get involved, if you want to volunteer to be a coach, if you want to volunteer to do anything, if you want to get involved, if you know someone that needs to get involved, anything, you want to throw them a check, go for it. Stepstorecoveryhomes.com. Ann and Damien, thank you both for being here. Appreciate you. We'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
Paul Stanley here with Stanley Steel Structures. We offer shade structures that provide style, value, and performance. Our Equinox louvered roof opens and closes to give you the ultimate patio experience. We also offer Alumawood shade covers that looks like wood but lasts like steel and never needs painting or maintenance. Visit us at StanleySteelStructures.com. Contact us today and be covered tomorrow. Stanley Steel Structures. Let us add some space to your place.
Hi, this is Todd at Todd's Appliances in Camp Verde. We can meet or beat any box store prices on major appliances. That's right, meet or beat any box store prices. We carry name brand appliances like Maytag, Whirlpool, GE, Speed Queen. With same day, next day service, Todd's Appliance, Main Street, Camp Verde. We service what we sell and we sell what we service the least. Go to toddsappliances.com, 567-3062. See store for details.
Northern Arizona Mortgage Corporation is your local choice for personalized home loans, and they've been doing it since 1986. They help home buyers obtain FHA, VA, USDA guaranteed rural housing, and conventional loans. From start to finish, they offer a safe in-person application process with licensed loan originators. Contact Shelley White Collier at northernArizonaMortgage.com or call 634-4251. Visit their office, located at 707 East Dominguez, Suite 601, Cottonwood.
And welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. We're now here with Chris Tenney. He is the Director of Instrumental Music over at Yavapai College. It's so cool to have you in the studio.
Thank you so much. It was really worth the trip. I'm really excited to be able to talk about some exciting musical opportunities that we have just around the corner right here in the Verde Valley.
I know. Thank you for coming over the mountain.
Yes, we try to make an effort every year to program at least one of our shows at some of the maybe further out campuses that we have at Yavapai College. We want to make sure that the entire area is served.
Yeah, very good. Thank you. Yeah. So coming up on March 8th at 7 p.m., there's a live concert at the Old Town Center for the Arts. It's going to be amazing. 2 big bands. Awesome. The Rough Riders and the Trailblazers. It's just going to be if you're into big band jazz, this is it.
Yes, this is a fantastic opportunity, and we're calling it YC Does Blue in honor of a couple different things. First, in honor of all the different jazz albums that feature the color blue, jazz titles that feature the color blue, but we're also featuring the chord progression, the 12-bar blues, that is kind of the heart of the jazz idiom. So we've got some fantastic music from the regular canon, music like Take the A Train or Chelsea Bridge, music by Thelonious Monk or Billy Strayhorn, but also a lot of pieces that are by maybe lesser known composers that do some really fantastic work that really support our students and also get our audiences tapping their toes a little bit.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Big band music, it's hard not to move around in your chair when you hear that.
Yeah, it was actually, the history of big band is all about dancing, so we really try to embrace that with what we do with our big bands.
Are we allowed to dance at the concert?
Oh yeah, you better get up out of your chair and make some noise with us.
Well, that is fantastic. So if you check out the Old Town Center for the Arts, there you're going to have information on the concert, of course, tickets and everything.
Yes.
We go through those guys. That is super. So tell us, the two bands, the Rough Riders and the Trailblazers. The Rough Riders are a student-oriented big band. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, we actually have two jazz big bands, and one of them is kind of more geared toward the music degree-seeking student. We have a few extras from the community filling out the rest of the lineup, some fantastically talented other musicians there, but we focus primarily on the history of jazz, on the creation thereof, and it's a really fun opportunity to work with those students who are hoping for a future career in music. And then we compare that with our Trailblazers. Our Trailblazers is more of a community-oriented group, and the great news about the Trailblazers is that it's full of retired professional musicians, band directors, and military musicians, and working professionals that are filling out some of the very best jazz you're going to hear in 100 miles of any direction. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So you've got the concert coming up on March 8th. What do you have coming after that?
Well, we always have something exciting going on at the college. Right now, we're in the process of putting up our spring musical, which is Mary Poppins. And that's going to be so fantastically fun. And not only do I conduct the jazz bands, but I also take care of the orchestral and classical music at the college. And for this upcoming spring concert, we're doing something called Music for Stage and Screen, which is going to include some music from some opera overtures and also some music from major movie themes, some John Williams music, and even some of the classical music that was featured in your old Bugs Bunny cartoons.
Wow.
So a lot of fun opportunities. Yes, I have a little bit too much fun. That's true. That's true.
Never too much fun. Never too much fun.
Yeah.
How long have you been over there?
This is my 3rd year in the position, but prior to that appointment, I actually spent 5 years teaching at Bradshaw Mountain High School, and the 2 years before that teaching at Chino Valley High School. So this is my 10th year in the area, and I came and I loved it.
Wow. So are you so busy conducting and running and organizing and being the man who controls everything? Do you play? Do you get a chance?
Not as much as I'd like. Yeah. Not as much as I'd like. I do currently play trombone in a brass quintet, and I also play bass in several musical pit bands that we've done, but most of the time that I spend is behind the baton or in front of the group leading those other musicians to their success.
Wow. Sounds like you have an amazing program over there.
We are really, really proud of what we've been doing, and we're really looking forward to watching this grow and attract not only our community of musicians, whether they're old or young, but also students who are looking to further their career in music, whether that's in a music education setting or a music performance setting. We've worked really hard to try and build a program that's going to give those students the skills and the experiences that they need so that they can go on and enjoy music well beyond their college years.
Neat. So as the conductor, do you get to choose any of the music, or who chooses the music for you?
That is all me.
Oh
I get
my
to do
God,
all
of it.
That's one of the best parts for me, is that creative expression, and I take that very seriously. I work really hard to try and put together programs that make sense together, where the pieces create a cohesive program, and also think about the musicians themselves and how we can walk that line between making sure that we're putting on a concert that our audience will love and a concert that will teach our students the things that they need and give them the enjoyment that they seek as performers.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So there's a teaching moment in there with these
Yes,
concerts.
Always an educator.
You snuck it in there, huh?
That's really what it comes down to, is finding those teachable moments.
Wow, Chris, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
So how many people are in these bands, the Rough Riders and the Trailblazers?
Yeah, the jazz big band format is 18 people, so that's 4 trumpet players, 4 trombone players. Actually, we have 5 in one of our groups. 5 saxophones, 2 alto sax, 2 tenor sax, 1 bari sax, and then what we call the rhythm section, which is your piano, bass, guitar, and drums. In the Trailblazers, we're lucky also to have a vibraphone player in there.
Vibraphone?
Yeah.
What's a vibraphone?
A vibraphone looks like your xylophone. It's a metallic keyboard instrument, and it has a very, very cool sort of relaxing sound.
Wow.
It's a beautiful instrument, and we've got a fantastic vibraphone player.
Wow, that is so cool. So if we want to keep tabs on all the concerts that you're doing and the spring events and the musicals, if we go to yc.edu, we'll be able to find everything.
Yes, and more specifically, if you go to YCPAC, that's our Performing Arts Center.
Oh, excellent.
They have their own website, and that'll help you with a lot of the things that are going on in our 1,200 seat beautiful auditorium over there in Prescott.
Yes, it is gorgeous. If you want to go over the hill, absolutely, yc.pc. Right?
YCPAC.
YCPAC.
Yes, that's the one.
Check that out. All kinds of great stuff. So, concert, if you want to hang on this side of the valley, Friday, March 8th, 7 p.m., the live concert at the Old Town Center for the Arts with the big bands, the Rough Riders, the Trailblazers. That's happening. Great stuff. Tickets are $15 in advance, $18 at the door. $20 gets you in the first 3 rows, which I think is really cool. You can pick up tickets on showtix4you.com. They're also available in Cottonwood at lots of different places. Desert Dancer, Mount Hope Foods, in Sedona at the Literate Lizard. It's one of those days, Chris. So check it out. It's great stuff. Jazz, you just love it, and the big band stuff gets you moving. Chris, thanks for coming over the hill to talk to us today.
Oh, geez, thank you so much.
Really
Such an awesome opportunity. We're thrilled to be making music.
Oh, great. Keep it up. Yes. It's awesome. We'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
Hi, this is Greg at Verde Solar Power. You know, Arizona has lots of clean, renewable sunshine, and we want to help you take advantage of it with our quality solar installations, and we offer to beat any written offer on a residential solar electric system. So bring us your electric bill and let us show you how solar power will save you money. We're located conveniently here in the Verde Valley and are dedicated to helping the valley go solar. So remember, the energy solution comes up every morning.
Welcome back to the Verde Valley Experience. I'm now standing here with Gary Covert, who is the president of the Arizona Flywheelers Club. The most exciting event of the year is coming up, the annual Flywheeler Show that's happening at the Verde Valley Fairgrounds March 15th and 16th. This is the 35th annual?
35th annual show.
Right on, Gary. How many have you been?
12.
12? That is pretty good.
Maybe 13 this year.
There you go. Excellent. All right, give us the rundown on the show. What's it look like? 2 days of fun?
Okay, we have the tractor pulling and good display of gas engines running, most of them, a lot of them.
Sure.
And we have a lot of tractors. We're going to have some other farm implements around. There'll be an arts and crafts show or vendors in the building where they be interested to the women and some other people maybe. And, so we try to have something for everybody. And kids, there's a kiddie tractor pull, and then we got what we call a people mover. It takes people around the grounds.
Oh, yeah.
You can ride on that.
That's great fun.
So,
yeah.
We're excited to have it and hope that hope to have good weather.
Yeah. Hopefully, well, we'll keep our fingers crossed for you because I know it's an outdoor event. Yeah, great family fun.
But it is great family fun, and $5 donation to get in, and that's if you want to come back on Saturday, well, you can.
There you go.
And
sure.
So we try to make it friendly and something for everybody.
There you go. Very good. Now tell us the mission of the Arizona Flywheelers
Well,
Club.
the mission of any of these clubs, antique tractor clubs, is to restore old engines and tractors, and just along with the history of what they were used for, and also mining equipment. Out here we get quite a lot of engine stuff that are used on mining equipment. Just show people what they did. And I myself like to run something. Like this one here, I've got a water wheel. That one there was a raffle engine that we're going to raffle off. That runs that little blower. Cool. Because people ask, what did they do? Well, okay, there's what they do. If you just have it sitting there running, well, then you have to tell them it ran something. And so I just like to have them hooked up to something.
Oh, there you go. And they're pretty. They're absolutely gorgeous. This is your baby here. What are we standing next to?
This is a 1928 Stover. It's 12 horsepower, made in 1928, sold in Flagstaff, and it's pumped water over around Happy Jack on a ranch. Never been out of the state of Arizona.
Wow, and you've got it rigged up to the cutest little water wheel that runs this little mechanism that you've just got to see to believe. It's really cute. Yeah. It's your mini-me is pumping water on that thing. So that is way too much fun. So, and then, is this one of the bigger engines, or is this a medium-sized one?
No, this is one of the, there'll be one engine, well, probably just be one engine bigger than this at the show. But, most of the engines are like this, basically because this is, you got to have a rig to move it around with.
Well, that's true. That's true.
But there's another big, really a pretty one coming out of Phoenix. It's a big Allen made in England, all brass. And it's really stands out.
Man, that's going to be gorgeous. I can't wait to see that. Check out ArizonaFlywheelers.com. Great website. All the information you need on the event that's happening and events that are happening all over the state, because there's lots of different tractor shows and antique engine shows that happen. If you want to become a member, if you want to join, get yourself an engine or just come drool on Gary's here. It'll be fine. Now we're going to go talk to Jack. Jack has some more. He's going to show us all about these really cool little engines while we're here.
There you go.
So thank you, Gary.
Thank you.
Standing here with Jack, who's excited, just like a kid on Christmas. I was just saying that. We're behind all of these amazing engines. Now, when you think antique engines and tractors, there's also antique tools at the show, and you're really excited about what you've got to show us here, Jack.
Well, what I've got today, Jen, is everybody out there knows soldering irons, because when they were kids, they probably had something like these. But if you're out on a farm, you can't necessarily use that torch. And if you're out there on that farm, where are you going to get 500 feet of electric cord? So that doesn't work. So something that's really rare, and we had never seen it before, is this tool. Okay? This tool was designed so that if you had no electricity and no fuel, you could disconnect it, put a shell in it, and this particular shell was similar to a 16 gauge shell, but it was all brass. It had aluminum oxide and iron oxide, and when you fired the trigger, it did not explode. It just got very hot, 200 degrees in a few seconds, and it was good to solder with 6 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
And they manufactured it in the 1940s, but they stopped by the mid-1950s. And what's really neat is how this whole process works.
That is really cool.
It's really a cool and unusual thing.
Very, very clever thing that I've never seen. I'm into antiques.
Oh, well, I'm glad I had something.
That is really cool. And it's totally usable today. That's what I love about antiques. All these engines, totally usable today. That tool, totally usable today.
Yep, they are.
And they're gorgeous. We've got the corn chucker here. I love that. It spits corn everywhere. The kids love seeing the demonstrations.
And the kids love the hand ones that we do every year, too. And I think that's the best part, is having the kids do it by themselves.
Yeah, we don't want to lose that history. Everything being automated now, it's not nearly as much fun. What does this guy do?
Well, that is going to be our raffle engine, and the tickets are like a buck a piece. And you'll notice that Gary and the other guys put this together. They hooked it up to a little blower, and we normally have a little ball here like a basketball, and it blows up and down. But it's a cute little engine, and if somebody would like to start with one, that's a really nice one to begin with. And the raffle tickets are cheap. You know,
oh my
$1.
gosh, yeah. And you do that every year, every one
year,
of these shows.
And we have a different one every single year.
It's amazing to me you come up with a new one every year.
There's always some guy donating them, and the club members are really great guys.
Oh, too fun. And I know there's lots of kids out there and young people interested in getting into the club that would love to get their hands on this.
In the last few years, we've had young people in their teenage years that have won these and become part of the club, which is really nice to see it pass on to younger people.
Yeah, that is true. So at the show, they're going to see dozens upon dozens of wonderful antique engines. Of course, there's tractors, there's a few cars, there's lots of tools. There's a little swap meet and a craft show.
There is.
And the tractor pulls are way too fun. I mean,
they are.
It's great for everybody, young and old. Bring your friends, your kids, your friends' kids, all that stuff. $5 gets you in. 2 days worth of fun.
Yes.
Friday and Saturday, March 15th and 16th. That's amazing. How long have you been involved with the Flywheelers now?
Only about 15 years.
Oh, yeah.
My uncle, he's 92 upstairs, and he's been doing this stuff probably for 80 years, seriously. And some of the stuff he has runs on ice. So you'll have to come to see what we have that runs on ice from the 1800s. Wow. Neat stuff.
That is neat stuff.
Come join us, folks.
Oh my gosh, Jack, you're awesome. Yeah. Check out ArizonaFlywheelers.com. Great information there about all the upcoming shows, this current show, information about engines, lots of great pictures, way too much fun being had. So make sure you check out that website. Of course, check out the show, March 15th and 16th at the Verde Valley Fairgrounds. We'll be right back with more of the experience, so don't go away.
This is Bruce Morrow, Transportation Manager for Cottonwood Area Transit. Remember, we cover the entire Verde Valley and Sedona. Cottonwood Area Transit has you covered wherever you want to ride in the Verde Valley, all day, every day. Take Cottonwood Area Transit through Clarkdale, Verde Village, and from 26 locations in Cottonwood. With Verde Links, it's a quick and easy trip to Sedona every day. Don't forget our connectors to Camp Verde. Visit cottonwoodaz.gov for Cottonwood Area Transit and take a seat. Let's go ride!
You said I'll love you till I die. She told him you'll forget in time. As the years went slowly by, she still preyed upon his mind. Kept her picture on his wall. Went half crazy now and then. Still he loved her through it all, hoping she'd come back again. He stopped loving her today, placed a wreath upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. Found some letters by his bed, dated 1962, and he'd underlined in red every single I love you. stopped to see him just today. But I didn't see no tears, all dressed up to go away. First time I'd seen that smile in years. He stopped loving her today, placed a wreath upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. You know, she came to see him one last time. We all wondered if she would. And it kept running through my mind. This time he's over her for good. He stopped loving her today, placed a wreath upon his door. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today. Soon they'll carry him away. He stopped loving her today.
Beautiful. Ron McLain, everyone.
Thank you.
Oh, I loved that sad and soulful song. I know that one. It's beautiful, and you did such a beautiful job with the harmonica in the middle. I loved that. That was great.
Well, thank you, dear.
All right, so Mr. Ron McLain.
When you've lived as long as I have, you've lived most of these songs.
That is
so you
true.
can sing
Don't
them.
live that one just yet, though. We need you around.
Okay.
So, your first radio performance at age 4, professional musician by age 14. You have had quite a life.
Well, I've enjoyed every bit of it, too.
Mm-hmm.
My mother used to take me downtown to a restaurant down there where they had a radio show on Friday nights. And they'd stand me in a booth, and I'd make up songs because I didn't know any songs, so I just made them up as I went along.
Oh, my
And being
gosh.
4 years old, I could get by with that.
Oh, my gosh. You're way too cute.
It's not as easy as now. But
Nowadays, I mean, when kids do that, but back then, you know, it was widely accepted.
yeah. But when I was 14, I was singing in a country band doing Elvis Presley songs because that was during the era of Elvis. So I'd do 8 or 10 Elvis songs and then dance with the girls the rest of the night. And I made the same money the rest of the band did. So it was a good gig.
Oh, that is a good gig for a teenager.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, can we say that country and blues is your genre?
I'd say so, yeah. Yeah, I like old rock too.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of a generalist.
Yeah.
If it's good music, I like it.
There you go. Now, you
Yeah.
seem to know good music for sure. You're working, did you say you're working on your 7th album?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll see what comes through from that.
Yeah, absolutely. And we've got a project coming up on March 10th.
We do,
The
yes.
concert for Ray Sealing.
Ray is a wonderful man. He's just one of the musicians around here who just has an incredible history. You know, Country Music Hall of Fame in Arizona, traveled around the world with bands and such as that. So incredible songwriter. I mean, this guy, I think one of the most wonderful things you can do is to bring people into their own emotions while they can have it while you're singing the song, where they wouldn't want to have or feel comfortable having that emotion if you weren't doing it with the music.
Sure.
So it allows us to do that. And Ray is one of those observers of life. And his songs are about all the wonderful things around him. You know, the birds singing in the tree, the morning in a Colorado forest, his '59 Corvette. That's a whole bunch of great, wonderful
He
stuff.
sung those for us
Yeah?
on the show.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was quite amazing. So that's a great thing. That's happening over in the Camp Verde
At the Philip England.
Philip England Center for the Arts.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I've not been in that yet, so I'm looking
Gorgeous.
forward to playing
Oh,
it.
yeah.
We originally had it scheduled for Old Town Center for the Arts, but there wasn't
big.
enough room. Too many people wanted to come. We thought,
I know.
that's
Well, it
the
is
kind
a
of problem you
benefit
want to
for
have
Ray.
all the time.
Yeah,
You know.
that's true. And the proceeds are benefiting Ray.
Oh yeah, of course.
Which is a great thing.
And he's still writing.
He is. He
Still
is
singing.
now, gosh, how old is he now?
Still playing.
He's up there.
He's got to be 84, 85.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, something like
So
that.
it gives us youngsters of
Yeah.
74.
You got something to look for.
Yeah, hope. Hope for the future.
Oh, that's great. Now, do you play out and about? Do you go and do stuff?
I do. I do. I'll be at Vino de Sedona on the 12th of March. And I'm doing the Bob Dylan birthday concert in May.
Yeah, at the Old Town Center for the Arts.
Oh yeah, and it always gets a good turnout, so everybody likes Bob
yeah.
Dylan very much.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's great. So you got the next couple of weeks planned out so we can find you and see you. And if you want to get in touch with him, the best way to do is to go to his website, which is SedonaMountainTours.com.
SecretMountainTours.com.
Excuse me. SecretMountainTours.com. See, we're switching out harmonicas.
It's not a secret anymore now, but
SecretMountainTours.com. Best way to get in touch with Ron if you want to check him out. Now, are you going to play another song for us?
I am.
What are you going to play?
I'm going to do a blues.
Blues, nice.
I like blues.
You play the harmonica so beautifully, I have to say. You know, but it's the way that you play it. It's not just that you can play the harmonica well. It's what you put behind it. It's really quite lovely.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the harmonica is my solo instrument. I'm really not a solo guitar player that much as far as lead, but this helps me do it. And you can do amazing things with it.
You can. Well, we're about to see some.
All
aren't
right.
we? Okay.
I will see.
Ron McLain, everyone. Really wonderful. Check him out March 10th over there for Ray Seeling's wonderful benefit at the Philip England Center for the Arts in Camp Verde. Check that out. Of course, Bob Dylan, of course, all that stuff. Just check him out online, SecretMountainTours.com. That's all the time we've got for Verde Valley Experience. Love you. Thank you so much for joining us. Check us out on Facebook and Verde Valley TV. We'll see you next time.
They call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday just the same. Lord, they call it Stormy Monday, but Tuesday just the same. Just the doggone same. And by Wednesday it's getting so bad, by Thursday I can hardly stand the pain. But the eagle he flies on Friday, and Saturday I go out to play, Lord, the eagle flies on Friday, I said Saturday I go out to play. And then Sunday I go to church, get down upon my knees and I pray. Lord, the eagle flies on Friday, and then Saturday I go out to play, Lord, now the eagle flies on Friday, and Saturday I go out to play. and then Sunday I have to go to church. Get down, down, down on my knees and pray. Lord, here's what I pray. I said, Lord, have mercy on a sinner man like me. Whoa, whoa. I said, now, Lord, have mercy on a sinner man like me and you and him and her too. Won't you help me find my baby? 'Cause I just don't know, Lord, I don't know where she could be.